You ready for some of these predictions, though?
All right, Leo, do your little preview.
Hey, conference championship weekend, man. This is what's so impressive about the rookie Jane Daniels, man. He's one of six quarterbacks as rookies to go to their conference championships. You had Sean King, right? Big Ben, Flacco, Mark Sanchez, and Brock Purdy. And now Jane Daniels is number six. So I think that's like you said, rookies don't take their team to championship game. It just doesn't happen. Doesn't mean that rookies aren't great. It's just hard to do. Because most of the times when you're a rookie, what type of situation do you go to? You don't go to a good situation, right? That's why you were drafted as
Bears.
high as you were. Right. I agree.
Bears.
I agree. So again, and the Commanders, formerly known as the Redskins, have been in an awful situation. A poorly run, putrid franchise for a long period of time, right? And that just goes to show, man. And if y'all push back on this, that's fair. But I think in any sport, I'm talking football, basketball, baseball, hockey, whatever, quarterback is the most important position in any sport, in my opinion. Because if you have a good quarterback, it can change your fortunes like that, right? Jay Daniels is a prime example, right? The Commanders have decent players, but nobody's saying that they're just loaded with talent. I think that's fair to say they're not loaded with talent. But Jaden Daniels, he changed the culture of that team, man. When you believe in a guy under center, it does something to the morale of that team. And they believe in number five, man. Bro, they went from being awful to in the NFC Championship game with a rookie. It's impressive, man. You got to give that man his flowers, man. The key to the game. Now, let me get to the key to this game. Is Jalen Hurts 80%? I need Jalen Hurts 80%, or I don't think they're going to win the game. If Jalen Hurts at least 80% with that knee, they can't win the game. Because he's gonna have to make if the Commanders are smart, and which I know they are, I mean they're in the NFC title game, and and these coaches put in their time. I'm literally saying, Jalen Hurts, you beat me. If you throw for 400 yards, we lose, hey, it is what it is. Saquon, you're not gonna go for 205. You're not gonna go for 180, 190. Right? I know that's easier said than done because their offensive line is great. But put 9, 10 in the box. Jalen Hurts, you beat me, right? I need to see AJ Brown, who had a couple drops last week. I need to see AJ Brown dominate the game. I need to see Devontae Smith, Goddard, right? Jahan Dotson. I need to see these dudes. I need to see these people show up. Kenneth Gainwell, right? I need Hurts to beat me, but I'm rocking with number one, man. Hey, OU Sooners, University of Alabama, born and bred, then went to the OU Sooners. Jalen Hurts. I predicted Jalen Hurts is going to throw for 260 yards this week. Score. Eagles, 28. Commanders, 20. I'm rocking with the Philadelphia Eagles to go to the Super Bowl and represent the NFC. And I
And
think Daniels is going to play well, but I think he's going to turn it over this week. I think Daniels is going. I think Carter's going to get a strip sack, and I think Jaden Daniels is going to throw a pick. I really do.
Leo, what's your favorite team?
Favorite team, New York Giants, all day. I'm a
I'm just
Giants fan
throwing
all
that in
day,
there. I'm just throwing it
all
in there.
day. I'm a brother.
You're pumping up
I'm a
Eagles,
Giants.
and then
Hey, for the purpose of this,
you better
I
watch
know that
out.
sounds. I'm about to get some hell. Now the AFC title game. This has been my preseason Super Bowl pick, and it's the honest truth. I picked them last year because I really thought they were going to win. Tyler Bass misses the kick, right, when they played the Chiefs in the divisional round. Diggs drops a perfectly thrown goal ball that Josh Allen threw him in the game, right? Josh Allen did miss a throw at the end of the game. He did miss a throw uh, up the rail. He missed a throw. I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was, I want to say it was Gabe Davis up the rail towards the end zone at the end of the game. But like I've always said, and these guys know, Josh Allen's the best player in the NFL, and I'll argue with anybody on that. He's the best quarterback in the NFL. And like I say every week on this podcast, and JA 17, I trust, right? I think he's going to outplay Mahomes, right? I think this is Josh Allen's time. I think he was praying and I think he was on his knees every night begging his Lord and Savior, please give me the Chiefs. That's what he wanted, right? And bro knows this. I'm always talking about the Chiefs, man. They gonna lose. Hey, it's what's the old saying? To beat a man, you got to do what? You got to beat the man, right? It wouldn't seem right if they beat somebody else but the Chiefs, right? Whether it was the Ravens or the Bills, you got to take the Chiefs out, right? To be considered the true champs, right? Or people gonna be like, well, they didn't beat Mahomes, right? You already know that was gonna be. You already know that's what people gonna say. You got what you want, right? And this is on Josh Allen. If they lose, I can't defend them. This is on Josh Allen. He's got to step up and he's got to show up. And I believe he will. I think you're gonna see an Amari Cooper showing this week. I don't know what the hell happened with him last week. I don't know if he's still not caught up with the offense. Is he hurt? Does him and Josh Allen not got good chemistry? I don't know what the hell is going on there, but Khalil Shakir is a dog, man. That dude always finds a way to get open. James Cook running the hell out that football, man. Ray Davis is good. Ty Johnson's a very good third down back. I think Kincaid's going to have a few big catches, man. What scares me is the defense because the Bills don't have a great pass rush. Von Miller's old. He's not the same guy. Russo gets after the quarterback every now and then. And then Epinesa is not great. Right now, Ed Oliver in the middle is amazing, but he's tiny, and you can easily it's easier to take away inside pressure than outside pressure. So it's going to be dependent on man that defensive line of Russo and Epinesa and Ed Oliver and Daquan Jones and Von Miller, and then boys can get a little bit of pressure. I'm happy that Matt Milano's back, Terrell Bernard. I'm expecting Benford and hopefully Taylor Rapp can come back from his hip injury with him and DeMar Hamlin. And you got Taron Johnson and Rasul Douglas in the corner. So I'm a little nervous about the defense, man. They give up quite a bit of yardage, but they don't break, right? I know we talk about Ben don't break, but that makes me nervous, right? The defense. And I'm just hoping that McDermott doesn't just stick to his old gun and play zone all week and heats up Mahomes. You cannot let Mahomes sit back there or it's going to be a long day.
Kelsey's
so
gonna kill the zone.
He's gonna kill him. He's gonna kill him if they run that zone. I agree. If they run that zone all day, he's gonna kill it. So I'm hoping Babbage and Coach McDermott kind of just man, you got to throw all your knives out there for this fight, man, and just give it all you got, man. It's a win or go home. You're playing against champs. You got to do what you got to do. But I'm rolling with Bills. 31-23. Bills, Eagles in a Super Bowl. And I'm going to end with this. And JA17, I trust.
Well, mine will not be as poetic or as, put out by that.
Can't be.
Want to be pretty short and sweet. We'll put it that way. I'm actually going to go opposite the Eagles. I want to see an upset. I think they proved they could do it last week. I'm going Commanders over Eagles, man. I think this rookie is looking good. I think they have the ability to win that game. Like, it's not looking what they did to Detroit, which I thought was the best team in the NFC. Given that they were able to do that to them, get that W, I think the ceiling's the limit for these guys. Like, I think they could honestly go there and upset the Eagles. Saquon is going to be the factor there. Jalen. I think Jalen will be the reason they lose. I don't think he'll be the reason they win in that situation. Saquon will be the reason they win. There's no Saquon will be the reason they lose, right? Unless some magical potion happens where he fumbles the ball 3 or 4 times that game, which is so unlikely, right? So I'm going to go Commanders to take that one. And then let's be honest, guys, the Super Bowl is this weekend. I heard Dan Orlovsky say this, and he's not wrong. This is the Super Bowl. It's whoever wins this game is going to win the Super Bowl.
So talk about the Chiefs-Bills game or what?
Chiefs-Bills game, and it really is a Super Bowl. It'll be the best game out of the next 3 weeks. It just is what it is, right? That's the Titan matchup everyone wants to see. I think people want to see this more than the Ravens versus the Chiefs for sure, right? It's that Josh Allen thing. But yeah, I'm excited for this game. I'm gonna go Bills, just because I think the talent's there. And as a Chargers fan, I just can't deal with the three-peat on the Chiefs. I really can't. Um, However, there's so many weird superstitions that Chiefs or the Bills win in the regular season and they can't pull it off in the postseason against the Chiefs. So to break some of these superstitions and weird stats they have against them, I'd like to see that. I think Josh Allen's playing great ball. Just like to see it. But yeah, it's crazy that the Super Bowl is this weekend, because whoever wins this weekend is winning in the Super Bowl. If it's
Oh
the
no,
Chiefs,
man! If Saquon has a 200-yard game, anything can happen in a Super Bowl game.
if they allow the Chiefs to make Super Bowl, the Chiefs will win in the Super Bowl. Whether you can call it scripted or you call it is what it is, that's just happening. So hey, I'm going Bills. I'm going Bills and Commanders for the Super Bowl.
I would have thought Bills Commanders.
I mean, Commanders have a big hurdle. I ain't saying it's going to be Commanders. I don't have any score predictions for you because I think both games are going to be really nail biters. Neither one of them. I don't think neither one of these is going to be a 2-score game. If they are, wow, I think it's be a nail biter through and through. So that's where I'm at with it. Clayton, got any other takes for that?
Okay. So Eagles Commanders. It's in Philadelphia. I think that's a big key. The key to Commanders winning is make Jalen Hurts win it. And because he's the weak link.
Sure.
He's. I think the Eagles, what they could easily do is take it out of his hands, make a good game plan where they lean on Saquon, to run the ball. They could do a short pass game, make sure that Jalen Hurts doesn't throw any wild throws, They could easily come up with a way to time of possession, keep Daniels off the field. I think that's easy to accomplish, because, every offense needs to, get in the groove, right? And Eagles have all the weapons to slow the game down, and take care of the ball and win. They got some of the best receivers, I think with AJ, he's so good. It's just hard in this type of game. I don't know if you want to go long ball. If you go long ball, then you don't time a possession. You don't hold the ball long enough. And like I said, Jaden, you need to get him off the field. Keep him off the field. And so just give it to Saquon, have him shoot. He had 29 touches in one of their games, 150 yards. So I think that's a good recipe. They lost, but, Jalen Hurts didn't even play, though. So he played.
He got hurt. He got concussed.
Yeah. And they almost beat the Commanders, So, they had Pickett, and they almost beat the Commanders. I know Commanders are hot right now, but it's hard to win in Philadelphia. So that's my take. Just get the tight end involved, get the running back involved, short passes. Smith, AJ, he's the deep threat, I think, and you can do that. You can do a little play action, throw it deep occasionally. Mix it up, but don't try to heavy on him unless you're trying to go short, Get Smith involved in some ways. You do a sweep, something like that, Try to take time of possession and get Daniels off the field. And I think they'll be an easy win because Philadelphia's defense is good. You know, Carter, he can. I know Commanders' offensive line has been doing pretty good, but Carter was destroying it, and
He's a mad job.
yeah, he's in his prime right now. Like as far as NFL prime, like this is where he can just show up and just kill it. So I think we're underestimating this Eagles defense when it comes to the Commanders. I really do. Because this is playoffs, This is the playoffs, and I think Slay, CJ, Gardner Johnson, I think they have just a solid around, defense that can work together as a team and easily win. And it's a rookie quarterback, He may finally feel the pressure. I mean, this is a big game. This is to get to the Super Bowl. So he may finally feel that pressure. So I'm going to go with the Eagles. I think it's possible the Commanders win just based on the vets around Daniels, but I feel like the Eagles just have the Commanders' number. And this is the third time they're going to play. So, it's they know a lot about each other. That's for sure. And Hurts he got hurt the second game. So, All right, next game. Kansas City, Buffalo. So I have this theory that it started with you had to have at least one coast game, team that's on the coast for the Super Bowl. Either West Coast or East Coast. And so if I'm going with the Eagles, they're my coast team, right? But then I have this sub kind of thing where they can't be in the same time zone. You just can't be in the same time zone. When has that ever happened? I don't remember the last time that's happened where they're in the same time zone. I really don't. So
Giants Patriots.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I was wrong. That's probably 2 times too. But I'm still going with the Chiefs.
We just put your Chiefs hat on, man. That's what it comes down to.
No, it can't just be on Josh Allen. Everybody's got to show up, and it's got to be a team effort, and it's got to be the defense has to show up. The defense has to play their best game ever, and disrupt it. Just disrupt it. They don't have to be crazy good. They don't have to, keep the Chiefs from scoring 14 points or lower. No, it doesn't have to be that way. But they just have to play their game. I liked how they kept Lamar to 39 rushing yards. That was a good sign, keeping Lamar. That was probably part of their game plan. Was that. So I like that. That's a good sign. It's just you can't play zone. You really can't, because that's when Kelsey just sits in the pocket. He sits in the spots. He just goes to his little spot. Oh, little empty spot, and then Mahomes knows when Kelsey's going into his spots, and so I think with the Bills, they got to stop the run game and just make Chiefs pass all the time. Because when Chiefs have running game and passing game, that's bad. I haven't even seen Hopkins. Hopkins hasn't even he hasn't even shown up yet, and I think he could, easily in this game, just show up and be a dynamic player. It's just Texans had a good defense. They had 2 good corners, that could guard receivers, and Chiefs, they probably didn't even care, because they had, running. They had Kelsey. Worthy was the third receiver. You could say second receiver. In most cases, yeah, I would say second receiver, and he had a good game. For him, he had. So, I think that's. If you stop the run game, I think they have a good shot, but it's just hard. It's just the Chiefs three-peat. They have a better story. It's a lot about storylines too. It's three-peat, Bills, I really think the only thing they really story-wise have for them is Josh Allen finally getting to a Super Bowl. I think that's their storyline, because I don't think Bills have a lot of fans outside of them. You know what I mean? Like really them, Bills Mafia, and New Yorkers, Canadians maybe. So
Bills Mafia.
Bills Mafia. So I just think media plays a factor, even though people joke about that, but it really does. And I think Eagles storyline is Saquon. Chiefs storyline is 3-peat. And I just think it matches up well for a Super Bowl. That's my take.
Like it.
It's good. It's good. It's gonna be a curious
That's gonna be
weekend for
interesting.
sure.
That's gonna be interesting. Look forward to y'all talking about how right I was next week.
Yeah.
Another good week, fellas, man. Appreciate the good conversation, man. That's what I love about it. We all know that I'm right, but y'all take it with such grace, so I appreciate that. But in all seriousness, hit that subscribe button. We want you to subscribe, show us some love, get the word out. We appreciate y'all. Until next week, when we come with you with a Super Bowl preview, you won't want to miss it. Again, hit that subscribe button. I'm Leo. That's LJ. That's Clayton. This is LKJ Sports. We out. Peace.